Greetings, punks, goths, metalheads, herberts, herbetters, Martians and subterranean folk. How you all doing? My name's John and this is the Health Anarchist channel. Well, I hope you're all having a great week. We've been in a bit of a heat wave in the UK in the last 2 weeks, and today the temperature's cooled down a bit, so I'm really enjoying this weather today. I don't mind summer, but I'm not a big fan of heat waves. It's just too extreme for me. But yeah, hopefully we'll go back to normal summer weather today, which is warm but not too hot. Well, today I thought I'd come up to one of my favourite places locally, which is Wild Bank. I've not been here for quite a while and I do enjoy it up here. The reason that I like it up here is there's a wealth of history. Going back to the Mesolithic period, which is about 10,000 years ago, there were Mesolithic hunter-gatherers up here. They found evidence of them in camps and in flint tools that they were using. Even going back to the Bronze Age, about 3,000 years ago, there's a Bronze Age burial mound up here. In fact, there's about 3, but there's only one that's easy to find, which I'm going to go today because it's also the highest point of the hill where the trig point is. I also like it up here because it's a supernatural spot, being in the Longdendale Valley, and there's a big history of supernatural happenings going on in this area. And this particular spot where we are today, Gallows Clough, it's where they used to hang people in medieval times, and there's actual local myths and legends about that as well. And I must admit, I've been up here a few times and there's been strange things going on, which perhaps I'll go into in another video. So let's get cracking. So I also do feel a sense of connection with our ancestors when I'm up here, and that's important to me too. As I said, our Mesolithic ancestors who were hunter-gatherers, they were coming up here 10,000 years ago. And when you come up here, it's not spoilt at all by anything modern being built over it, so you're actually really connecting with your ancestors. So I was watching a video the other day about music in the Stone Age and some of the instruments that they would have used to make music, whether that was purely for leisure or if it was stuff that they believed, if it was like ceremonial stuff, ritual stuff. But it got me thinking, some of the sort of things they use, like the flutes and the whistles and the drums. Imagine 10,000 years ago in the Mesolithic times, you might have been able to hear those sounds of those instruments floating across the hills and moor tops. I was actually watching another YouTube video about rock gongs. It's actually a thing. In prehistoric times there would have been people playing on these rock gongs, which were big slabs of rock, and they'd used a couple of hammer pebbles to make a percussive sound on them. So just come to one of the crossroads on this hill now, one of the possible sites where the gallows were, because they used to put them at crossroads, but I personally think it was the crossroads which are passed earlier on, right at the foot of the hill. It would have been high up for everyone to see all around, but not too far into the hill. So I'm going to be turning off to the right down here a bit later. But for now I'm heading straight up over the crossroad because I want to get to the highest point of the hill where the trig point is. I might as well bag a trig point while I'm here, Anna. So in the far distance, that hilltop, that's where the trig point is, so we're going to be going up there. So we're just coming up to the trig point now, Wild Bank, the highest hill in Tameside. Now that trig point is actually built on top of a Bronze Age burial mound from at least 3,000 years ago. Now it's a very flattened mound, kind of a bit pancaked and much eroded, but that is a Bronze Age burial mound. It was from a period in history where there was placing individuals as important as before that. They were burying people in mass communal burial mounds called barrows. So back to the crossroads and turn off to the left now. So we've got the wind picking up quite a bit now. We're actually in June and it feels like we're in November again. Lovely. cemetery up here with the legends of the gallows. There's a story, a local story in the area called the Legend of Gallows Clough. So I'm actually thinking of doing a little group ghost walk up here later this year, maybe in September. If we aim it to be walking back about twilight, we could come up here with spirit boxes or the spirit box apps you can get for your phone, and do a bit of ghost hunting basically in the place where there used to be the gallows Clough, and I reckon that'd be fun. And we could always end at the Wagon and Horses pub for a pint and a chat. Just getting the odd spot of rain now, which is unexpected. We've had a very dry period without rain, so I can't complain. So I've had quite a lot of new subscribers recently, and I'd just like to say a big thank you to all of you. It means a lot when people subscribe, because it encourages me to keep doing videos and keep on getting out there and doing stuff, so thank you. So we're just heading down this way now. We're going to come off the moor gradually. So we're just heading out onto Hobson Moor Road now. Right, we're just going to move down this little footpath to the left now. It goes across these fields. Now a lot of the footpaths in this sort of area are very overgrown and underkept. This one's very well maintained. It's one of the best ever used in this area, which is important, because if they fall into disrepair and disuse, eventually you lose them as public footpaths. Right, I'm just coming to the end of this walk now, so thanks for watching today, and until the next video, keep yourself very safe. Take care now. Bye.